Hello and welcome to Straight Guy K-Drama Reviews. This week I'm going to give my 10-point review on Memories of the Alhambra. So let's get started. Okay, the plot. A tech CEO invests in a game that was developed by a teenager, and it's an augmented reality game where you fight against virtual opponents, right? But you're actually playing it on a real life setting. So in this show, they're actually playing it on the streets of Granada in Spain, and you know officially it looks like the game is great and all that, but then when the tech CEO starts playing with the game, it sort of bleeds into reality, and then people start getting hurt, right? And then to top it all off, the game's developer mysteriously disappears, and that's where all of our story revolves around. Okay, themes. So it's obvious to say that there's a metaphor, that the games, the obsession with games is a great metaphor for any kind of addiction or obsession, right? But for me, the theme that I really picked up from this show that I love is that, there are certain people who we could call visionaries, right? They see things that not necessarily everybody else sees. In this show, the tech CEO is the only one that sees the game where people are actually dying. Everyone just sees the game as a successful game. So he's the only one who sees the problems in it. And I think the show gives us a really good example of what visionaries really need. And what they need is someone to stand by them and believe in what they're saying, right? Because most of the time, visionaries see something that nobody else sees. And so it's very hard for people to believe in them. And for visionaries, all they want is that one person to believe in them. All right, number three, production value. I really love the production. I mean, obviously they spent some money because they shot most of the show in Spain. But what I really loved is since they were talking about gaming and video games, I really appreciated the fact that the director used a lot of first person camera shots, which is very similar to a first person shooter game, right? So when you play Dune or Duke Nukem, right? That's the view that you see. All you're doing is you're holding the sword, you're holding a gun, and then you see your opponents, right? They use a lot of these shots, which ties perfectly with the plot, right? All right, let's talk about the cast. Number four, Hyun Bin, of course. So you know, in his most memorable role, which is Crash Landing on You, I think he was very stoic, right? Here he's a little bit more lively, and I what I love about it is that he's quite effective as this naughty guy who loves to tease, right? This is another side of him that we haven't seen, and I think it's very engaging, and I like the journey that his character goes through because he goes from somebody who's only obsessed with profits and being on top to become somebody who cares more about others, who feels and empathizes for others. So I love that character journey. Number five, Park Shin Hye. So this is the first time that I'm reviewing a show done by Park Shin Hye, but I'm very familiar with her work. She's a very effective actress, and even if here I feel like her role here is not. They're not asking too much of her. Like she doesn't have to do too much for this role. I think she was very, very effective. Like her earnestness was very, very powerful, and it really provided a great contrast because almost everyone else on this show is obsessed with getting rich, getting more powerful, getting more popular. And she's like the only one who just wants to care about others. So I thought that was a really great contrast. Okay, number six, Jin Woong, who plays a So Jung Hoon. Um, he plays like this, the secretary, the assistant to Hyun Bin, and I like the fact that he provides really great banter. So he provides a lot of comic relief because this show goes at a really fast pace, right? So there's a tendency that it's all action, all tension. So the comedy provided by Jin Woong is very welcome, and that he's able to build this relationship with Hyun Bin, and it becomes very important emotionally towards the end of the show. Number seven, Lee Re, who plays Jung Min Ju. This is what the show needs, some kind of break from all of the action, and I think Lee Re provides that very, very well. Okay, number eight, food. They were in Spain, right? So of course, churros uh, was the main dish there, and man, I miss having churros. Maybe I should make some churros. Okay, for the fun part, um, you know, there was just a 1 second shot of it, but the family, Jung Hee Ju's family, while they were in Grenada, they were watching Korean TV, and one of the shows they were watching was actually Reply 1988, which I also reviewed on this show. All right, number nine, Verdict. This is a great piece of technical work. I love the camera angles, the gamer graphics. I really like it. And I think it has a really interesting premise because, you know, uh, Korea especially, it's such a technologically advanced and obsessed country. And you know that this is augmented reality as a game could come in the next 10, 15 years, right? And just showing the pros and cons of having this game. They even talked about the possibility of governing, like how much you can play, right? Like you can only play during lunchtime and after 6 p.m. These are very interesting thoughts about gaming in general. So I like it. It's a very easy watch. It's very fast paced. um, so yeah, it's a pretty good watch. Okay, number 10, ratings. I'm gonna rate this as a novice watch. Like this could be your first or second K drama. There's not a lot of melodrama. As I said, it's very fast paced, lots of action, pretty good comedy as well, and a lot of video game talk. So I'm pretty sure this is like one of those hidden gems that straight guys might miss, because a lot of people, a lot of fans of K drama will suggest a lot of different K dramas for straight guys, and they might forget about Memories of the Alhambra, which I think is a good first or second K drama to watch. All right, that's it. That's my review of Memories of the Alhambra. As usual, I invite you to write down in the comments section below if you agree or disagree with my points. And as usual, I would love to hear your suggestions for the next K drama I'm going to review. Meanwhile, you can watch my other videos right now.